Whoa, morning Trainiacs. Talk about getting over your crap. I woke up and running outside in the winter is my least favorite thing. It's minus 15 Celsius, I don't know, minus 10 Fahrenheit. Did not want to run. So, what did I do? Ran straight into my crap, running outside. Tip for running outside, gloves and rubber gloves underneath. Keeps you nice and warm because your hands are all clammy. Just don't ever stop. That gets worse. Over here. So an off-season project that I've had with this bike is to get these handlebars lower, but also tilt up the grips here at the end of the Aerobars. And why we do that is to get a little bit more aerodynamic here, but break the wind there, relax your upper body so you can just melt right into these arm cups, leave yourself fresher for the run. Because it's not a swim, a bike, a run, it's swim, bike, run. And if we can get off the bike feeling fresher, we're going to have a better run. So now these cups don't necessarily adjust so easily. So today I'm gonna show you how you can potentially do that change with a bike that is fully integrated or the tri-bike that is fairly standard. That'll be easy. We're gonna do that after a swim. Just a delightful little Saturday morning rest week run swim. We went 45 minutes on the run, 8.5K. Last 2K was fast. I'm making some serious headway on that zone 2 heart rate training. Even with the air really thin in the cold right now, I was able to do a 5:30 kilometer and keep my heart rate around like 133. 6 weeks ago, that was more like a 7-minute kilometer. And then I was able to do 4-minute kilometers at the end. There's something to this. And then with the swim, just did 1,800 meters. Lots of kick, lots of side kick. 40 minutes. We good. Now, let's go make some sparks. Let me show you what you can do if you've got more of a, like a typical cockpit in your tri-bike. Like not one of the super duper integrated cockpits like on the Ventum 1. Here. So what you can do if you've got a normal cockpit that is just traditional stem bar that clamps into the stem and then set of Aerobars clamped onto that base bar, is you can just loosen up the Aerobars and you tilt them up. And it's going to end up taking some of that stress out of the shoulder, and it's going to basically, it's gonna like, if you're up here, essentially the hands are breaking the wind and starting to create that aerodynamic foil. I think, is it a foil? Probably not a foil, but it's starting to create the situation where the air ends up getting broken up at the front and then sticks to your body as you go. Traditionally, a lot of people have tried to get as low as possible, like being down here. But what that ends up creating is you see all of this space here, it ends up being like a wind scoop. So even though your hands are theoretically lower, your body isn't. This has actually been proven to be a fair bit more aerodynamic, and it takes all that stress out of your upper body. What do you do, however, if you do have one of those integrated stems where you can't actually just tilt the bars up? So what most typically ends up coming in more of these integrated cockpit systems is a set of risers underneath here, and those risers end up giving you the height adjustment. What you often get is way more risers than you actually need. Like, this would be way up here, right in my grill. So what we're gonna attempt to do here is take one of these spare risers and we're going to cut it on an angle and see if we can get this whole cockpit going up. Or we just throw away an old riser. I got one on. Let me show you what we've done here. Okay, so this is with the bike just standing straight up. You can see that when you go like this, what we have is that wedge underneath that it's nasty. It isn't perfect, but check out the difference. See how much we brought up that right Aerobar extension? That is gonna be nice. So you see the difference here? This one, I mean, it was still really comfortable, but I'd always wanna, you see how my wrist there is like angled down? In this case, I can basically just sit and my wrist is going to end up staying in a natural position. Like, there's natural, there, boom. So we get that up and then all of a sudden we just fall right into the elbow cups and we can just mellow out right here. And we've got nice, solid base. I think I'm gonna like this. Worst case Ontario, we had to throw away a stack, but while it's not perfect, I think it's not bad. So I'll leave that other riser for another day. This bike basically just stays here until it's outdoor riding time because I now have the trainer bike. So if you guys, there. So if you end up having a typical bike with more of a standard cockpit, you can just angle your bars up nicely. If you have more of a stacked cockpit, I don't know if I'd recommend this. It's not an exact science. The tolerances on that, guaranteed there's no warranty on that stack and riser right now. I would probably go to a machine shop to make sure that you get both risers the same, but this just goes to show that you can take a riser, you can angle it, and just get those hands a little bit more aerodynamic. Hopefully takes the pressure a little bit off the shoulders. There you go. How's that for ideas? I'm actually amazed that this video turned out. I thought I'd be throwing it away. All right, Trainiacs, if you aren't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button below. Petey and Gracie would absolutely love it if you did so. And if you are already subscribed, I want to know the name of your dogs. Pete needs a new pal, right? Yeah. Yeah. Later, Trainiacs.